Hey everybody. Yeah, I've made a lot of these videos, but I never really talked about my setup. So here it goes. Okay, so I have a 1 horsepower feeling water chiller here. Have it connected to this here power strip, and I always turn off my electronics before I go in. But it's a nice, big, chunky, really strong water chiller that I pretty much have going 24/7. Honestly, I could save the energy by just running it like at night before I usually jump in the morning. But that's how I do it here. And the water obviously is in this insulated rain barrel, and it goes through that pump right there. It does about maybe 700 liters an hour. You should get a better one, but I have some issues with my plumbing because I got this whole massive filter system here, which I don't need. It was really overkill. All I really needed was this screener here to help get out the bigger particulates. I have these 2 underwater UV filters which go 24/7, and here's where I had some issue with my flow here, because I went from 3/4, this has an inch outlet, down to a 1/2, and I could really improve my flow rate if I fix those. But anyway, obviously it goes from the pump out here into the cooler, back out, and back into the tub, and it circulates constantly. And as you can see here by the water line, I haven't really done much with it, and it's still really clean, no scum built up, water's really clear still. And the big job of cleaning it is obviously these filters, and as you can see by that other particulates, and if you can see down here some dead bugs even down there, it's time to clean it out. So that does the cleaning. The UV filters do a lot to clean it, and what does a lot is this here ozonator, which is on a timer, which is really convenient because all I do is turn everything back on after I'm done and just run the ozonator for a few hours. And yeah, it's a little risky, but the lid keeps all the gas inside and doesn't let you, well, it presents less of a risk. And yeah, that's how I've been doing it. And maybe it cost me about $2,000-ish, a little less. And honestly, would have cost me a lot less if I would have just known a little bit more what I was doing. And also things here, I just went with most of this stuff I have it only because I could, these were like my only options to get in Germany. And by far the biggest headache was this chiller that should be chilling in a dust exotic like cold fish aquarium somewhere, but obviously worked for this purpose. It's like, even right now it's outside and about this degrees cold, right? And to water that is 50 degree cold. So yeah, it works. But of course, and the frame itself and the lid obviously play a huge part in maintaining it. Like, when I shut it down and just forget about it, the water won't get above like 8 degrees centigrade, which is pretty cool because my cooler only has to work to get it down to like the 2 to 3 that it usually does. So yeah, that's the setup. Nothing fancy, just a pump, filters, ozonator, UV filters, and of course a chiller, and a tub and insulation. It's a pain to get going, but once you make it a part of your rhythm, it's pretty nice. Especially considering, like, at 42, like, those daily aches and pains I'm kind of absent of, and once I finally get my weight back down under like 200 pounds, it should be a tremendous benefit to everything else. But that's the next challenge, I guess. Take care.